So Hugh, when you're not filming a movie, how do you enjoy spending your time?
Oh, mate, I absolutely love to watch the Get a Life Bros on YouTube.
Let's get scratching.
What's up, YouTube land? This is another episode of the Get a Life podcast here at One Up Games. I'm Nick. This is
Tim.
And today we are going to give you our top 5 favorite boss battles of all time, or at least that we could think of right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna forget shit.
Yeah.
So you started the last one. I guess I'll kick this one off. Why not? I'm gonna start off. My number 5 is gonna be from Arkham City. And it's the Mr. Freeze boss battle. And I know a lot of people talk about that on YouTube and stuff like that, but rightfully so. It's one of those boss battles that, like, if you die while you're doing it, you don't really give a shit because it's really fun to go back and play it again. So I don't know if you ever got to fight Mr. Freeze in Arkham City, but I really like that. And you use the environment, and it's like each time you do it, you could do it differently. Really, really fun boss battle for me. And even though it's not the end boss. But that's my number 5, Mr. Freeze.
Oh, man.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is it's Bowser from Mario 3.
Hey!
I picked Mario 3 because, man, at the time I thought that was so cool. The way you had to get him to smash through the bricks and like commit suicide.
Heck yeah!
I thought that was really cool. There have been better boss battles in Mario,
It's a hard Mario game for me, man.
But
World 8 is
just
bitch. That's a tough game for me. I don't know why. Heck yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
My number 4 is going to be a fighting game. Ooh.
Okay.
M. Bison from Treefire 2. I mean, like, when you're in the arcade and you're playing that as a kid, you don't maybe have enough quarters to get to Bison. So the first time I ever saw him was when we bought the game for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And we went against him. He was doing that stupid front flip kick thing and the freaking... Oh, God.
Every time he catches you with that front flip kick, it's so much damage, and he like combos it
and then
slide.
You can't even block that stupid. I don't know. But I'm gonna go with M. Bison, dude.
Heck yeah!
I love beating his ass too. It's just a great thing. Him and Vega could easily be on there for me because even though he's not a boss, I mean, you gotta remember in Street Fighter 2 when there was only 8 characters, you couldn't play as Balrog, Vega, Sagat, and Bison. So I considered all of those to be like boss battles, and then of course you could play them in the later editions. But that's my number 4.
Cool. My number 4 is the Tyrant from the original Resident Evil.
I was thinking that one. I didn't put it on there, but nice.
I love that boss battle because
good,
he breaks out of the glass. He's walking all slow. It's scary, but you're like, this is it, and then you kill him. You escape the mansion. Right as you're about to leave, he comes busting out of the helipad.
Yeah.
And it took us a long time to figure out what you're supposed to do. You just got to dodge him for like 2 minutes. And you get the rocket launcher. But, yeah, we were a bit puzzled by that.
There's no internet back then. It's not like you can just
And I'm pleased to say that I was the one that finally figured out how to beat the
My
Tyrant.
brother beat him first. So, heck yeah, dude. I was almost going to say, like, something from Resident Evil, but I was going to go with El Gigante from Resident Evil 4. My number 3 is going to be kind of 2 bosses merged as one, and the only reason why is because if you do not beat both of them and then you restart, you have to fight both of them.
Okay.
And I'm going with Turtles 2 for the NES, the arcade game, Krang and Shredder, because they suck.
Interesting.
They are so hard, man. They are so hard. And if you beat Shredder and your fingers are hurting and your hands are sweating, it's a great feeling to beat those two. So I'm going to go with Krang and Shredder, TMNT arcade game.
That is...
It's one of the most gratifying boss battles you could win.
Yeah. We didn't see each other's lists, so I think that's so funny you had that on your list because my number 3 is Shredder from Turtles in Time.
Hey!
The way you had to throw the Foot Clan soldiers at the screen, I always thought that was really cool.
Oh, you're talking about the first time you fight him?
Yes.
When you can see him in the foreground?
Yeah, not when he's Super Shredder.
Okay.
When he's in the big claw machine
That's an awesome
looking
fight.
thing, and you got to throw the Foot Clan soldiers
So
at him.
sick.
I always really
claw
loved
pinchers
that.
coming at you.
And as a kid, I always had a hard time throwing the soldiers at him, but now it's like, you just...
It's pretty easy. Heck yeah, man, that was a sweet one. It's cool we got turtles both at number 3, but different turtle games. My number 2 is going to be Sephiroth. Either one, I think it's Bizarro and Safer Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. The game is 3 discs. It's epically long, and I love the game to death. But once you beat that game, and then you get the whole 6-7 minute cinematic afterwards, you just get to put down the controller after you just pumped in 60 to whatever how many hours you just did, and you get to see this cool ending and a fun boss battle. And the first time I beat it, died numerous times because it wasn't strong enough. So heck yeah, I'm going with Sephiroth, man. One of the greatest villains of all time, I think, in all of video gaming. But cool. He's like the Negan from Walking Dead, but for Final Fantasy. Whoa, there's so much food around my face.
There's a fly, yeah. Yeah, I've never... Final Fantasy, we've talked... It's not, cool. Not my thing.
It's cool.
My number 2 is Mother Brain from Super Metroid.
Man, I was thinking about it too. But I thought you were going to put that
get to that, you get to her, and she's just like the OG Mother Brain, and then she turns into the big thing, and then the big Metroid's got to come out and save you.
Saves you at the end.
And then you got to escape the planet because it's going to explode. It's just
Which
it's
sucked because
so cool.
I died the first time, and then I didn't know that if you don't escape, you have to fight Mother Brain again.
Really?
Yeah, which was kind of cool because then I got to see the Metroid come back and sacrifice itself.
Yeah.
It's a sick
ending. Cool boss battle.
Heck yeah, dude. A couple honorable mentions for me, in no particular order again. I'm going to say Mike Tyson, just because I've still never beaten him. But I love challenge, and one of these days, fuck it, dude, I'm never going to beat Mike Tyson. But it's still a really cool boss battle, and it's just, I think it's like one of those boss battles that you get the bragging rights if you can beat it. But it's still cool. I fought Tyson numerous times with the code to get to him, and it's still really fun. It's like one of those most enjoyable ones. I don't know. And man, I'm going to go with Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid.
The first one?
Well, the first one on the PlayStation 1.
Okay. Is that the one where you have to ricochet the bullets to hit him?
Yeah, you're in that thing, and there's the guy, like the president, is like streamed up with all these wires on him. It's like a bomb, and if you shoot through it, you'll blow him up. It's really fun, and like the cinematics before it and afterwards, and it just sparked this rivalry between Snake and Ocelot for many games and many years to come. And he was really fun in Snake Eater, even in Metal Gear 2. Like, dude, it's, I should say Metal Gear Solid 2, because Metal Gear 2, NES, whatever. But Revolver Ocelot, that first time you fight him, he's a dick. But he's an awesome character, man. Those are my 2.
Okay. My 2 honorable mentions, I also had Mike Tyson.
Respect.
Mike Tyson. My second one's Dracula from the first Castlevania. I actually never played the Castlevania games as a kid. I didn't play them until we opened the store.
Right there.
And I remember I sat there playing Castlevania here and there throughout the day, and then wanted so badly to beat the game that I stayed here till like 9 o'clock at night one night just playing the game. And it's really, those old school...
You went through a bunch of those, man.
I did. Those old school NES Castlevania games were difficult to the point where when you beat them, you felt like you accomplished something.
Third one I've never beat.
I got to the last level and then we sold it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Dracula, man.
You played Simon's Quest for months.
I know.
That was your favorite game ever, I think.
I loved it. What a terrible night for a curse.
Yeah. My number 1, man, it's going to go with one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time, is Super Mario World, the final Bowser battle. He comes in, and he's flying around on this little thing. He's dropping down those little clown face things with the propellers on them, and drops the balls, and it's just such a cool battle. And
really showed off that Mode 7.
Ooh, yeah, nice. Little Mode 7 plug right there. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's a game that I love, and it's a boss battle that sometimes I can just not get hit. Yeah, there's a time where I like to try to challenge myself and just do it with Small Mario, where you can't get hit, and even when he throws down like the mushrooms, don't get them. Try that. I think it's pretty difficult. You got to play perfectly. I know yours.
Well, of course. I mean, look, Super Mario World. Yeah, it's a good boss battle. But The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, when you fight I mean, dude, come on.
This guy likes to play tennis.
Ganondorf, you fight him, and then, he uses his powers to bring down the castle. You got to escape the castle. And then, when I was younger, I thought to myself, this is Ganon? Like, where's the big pig from the other game?
Right.
You hear the noise.
Yeah.
You go over to investigate. Boom. Big pig Ganon. Now, the boss battle is way too easy.
Okay.
But, cinematically, that was one of the most incredible boss battles ever. And I don't think any Zelda game has had a boss battle that good since.
I was going to put it in my honorable mentions, but I knew it was going to be this guy's number one. And again, we don't know each other's lists, so I'm trying to escape us having the same on each other's lists just so we can get more out there. Can you think of any others really quick?
Good boss battles?
Yeah. Before we wrap it up?
Resident Evil 4, the monster in the lake. That's a good one.
Yeah, and you're on the boat. How about Shao Kahn?
The Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you beat Goro and Shang Tsung in the first one. And Shang Tsung was the main guy in the first movie. We're like, who's going to top Shang Tsung? He can turn into everybody. And then they came out with Shao Kahn. He's got that freaking hammer. And he's a skull mask. And then Mortal Kombat Annihilation came out. And we were like, what the... seriously.
The CGI in that movie was groundbreaking, though.